Hello again, fellow audiophiles. I am Wave Theory, and I am back to do my final video on my foray, at least my first foray, into electrostatic headphones. And I'm going to do that by giving some impressions of this Mjolnir Carbon electrostatic headphone Energizer slash amplifier. Okay, now it is a 5,100 US dollar piece from Icelandic manufacturer Mjolnir, and yeah, this is the carbon model. This is the amp that I was sent to listen to the Odyssey Carbon, the Stax SR009, and the Stax SR009S electrostatic headphones, and I will link to my reviews of all of those down below, as well as some of my thoughts on electrostatic headphones generally that were collected from those three headphones. Okay, links to all of that down below. Alright, so again, in this video, I can't call this a full review. I can't call this a full review, and the reason why is because this is the only electrostatic Energizer slash amplifier I have ever heard, so I don't have any context to compare it to other like things. I can give some thoughts on how well it does compared to other amps that are designed to drive planar headphones and dynamic headphones and that sort of thing, but I don't have a whole lot of context, so not going to call this a review. This is an impressions video. Now, the build of this unit, it's big. Like, it's pretty heavy. It has the weight and the heft of a speaker amp. Okay, just straight up. I don't know exactly what the weight or the mass is, but it's solid. We've got this nice looking brushed aluminum faceplate here, and it's just dead simple. We have a power switch, which when you turn it on glows a nice like orange ring around there. We have this very smooth, like just the amount of resistance you needed volume knob connected to the potentiometer here, and then we have the 5-pin barrel connector for electrostatic headphones on the front. That's it. Round back, we have, where are they? There we go. In the center, we have just a pretty standard looking power socket, and then we have XLR inputs and pass-through outputs. That's it. Okay? Not a ton of features. We've got heat sinking on either side of it. Okay? So, I mean, that's part of where the mass and the weight and the heft comes from. Okay? Other than that, all metal construction. It's a solid, well-built unit. I think it looks nice. I mean, it's a very Spartan design. It really does two things. Takes in an audio signal, amplifies it for an electrostatic headphone, loops that audio signal back out, like that audio is a pass-through. So I used my Berkeley Alpha Series 2 DAC, fed that straight into here, and then used the pass-through output to go into my XLR switch for all of my other headphone amps that I run off of that. Okay, now the reason this was built and the design of it and all of that, it's a completely solid state model. It was designed to help control the treble of the Stax SR009, which I understand on some Energizers and all that could be a little hot, a little sharp, a little sibilant. On this, I rarely ever noticed that, so I think that this does a good job of meeting that goal. Other than that, like, as far as I could tell, and again, I don't have a ton of comparison here, but as far as I could tell, this created a very neutral sound to it, very transparent, just took the signal, amplified it, sent it on, exhibited great control. Like I talked about that electrostat speed in all of my eStat headphone videos. Like, I talk about the speed and the resolution and the micro detail retrieval and the texturing and all of those things. And like, we have to credit this amp to some degree for all of that, because it was giving them the signal, giving those headphones the signal they needed to produce that kind of sound, right? So I don't really have much more to say other than that. Like, if you want to know what I think of this amp, go watch those headphone videos, because it was this amp that was doing all of that. So to me, the combination of this and particularly the SR009S, like it competes to me like in overall technical ability and sound and just general enjoyability. Like it competes with the combination I had of the Hi-Fi-Man Susvara planar magnetic headphone being driven by the RAL HSA-1B amp, or even my Vioelectric HPA V281 amp. Like it's up there with that combination. So if you're into E-stats and you're looking for a solid state amp solution, this seems like a good one. Now, the website says that these are sold out, and I also think the maker of them, I don't remember his name, says he's working on more of a lot of his line. Okay, a lot of his models are sold out, and he says he's working on more, at least on the latest update of the website that I saw. And I don't know when they'll be ready. We're still in a COVID-ravaged world here in late February of 2022 when I film this. It might be March before you see this. Okay, but we're still in a COVID-ravaged world where getting materials is difficult. Okay, so keep that in mind too. But, I mean, I have nothing ill to say about this amp. It is big. It is not desktop friendly because of that size. Is that ill of it? I don't think so. It's just a nature of the size of the thing. But yeah, I will leave it there. So there are just some initial impressions about the Carbon amp. I mean, I see no reason not to recommend it. It did a really, really good job handling the electrostatic headphones I was loaned to listen to. All right. I am Wave Theory. If you like what I do on this channel, where I review audio gear, mostly headphone gear so far, occasionally a speaker review and a speaker amp review, and also some videos about the science behind sound, please like and subscribe to my channel and be on the lookout for ways that you can continue to support me in the future. And as always, thanks for watching and enjoy the music.